go. Hi, my sister. How are you?
I am so grateful to just see your smiling face. We always laugh. It's so nice to just see you and have this time.
It is. It truly is. And I always got to bring up the things we talk about. I love this background. This just being able to sit at this fireplace with my sister. It's just so beautiful. It's just
Let us know
we're
if you
gonna.
like it.
I think it's gonna start off our conversation as we're just going to focus on different ways to meditate. On even something like this, I didn't even think about it. And I appreciate how I'm going to say the Holy Spirit guides us and it's guiding us more in our conversations. Like I've been struggling with meditation and finding ways of how I can be quiet, to listen, and to learn how to slow my days down, slow my thoughts down, and to meditate. I would have never thought with our background of being in a fireplace, this would trigger something as to calm the mind down, to calm the body down, and just to allow us to just appreciate this beautiful scene that we have. And then to think about appreciating the beautiful scene that makes me then go to appreciate life in so many ways of we get to sit and view and enjoy this fireplace. We get to sit and breathe in. We get to sit and just relax and just enjoy just being alive today. That's how I want to start off. Just to enjoy being alive today. Because as survivors, we made it and so many did not. So thank you, God, for just, yes, thank you, God, for life.
Giving us a breath of life and just such a good reminder that something as silly as changing a background, or maybe, like for me with the spring, I just changed the pillowcases to a brighter color and it like changes up the room. So sometimes, you know, just small little things you can change around and just can help you meditate or be more mindful by just you know, changing up colors or having a fireplace. Or, I mean, we've been having a lot of next door construction. So tell me that meditating or finding your peace of mind is not, it's been tested. And what was really nice was to see that I used things like a sound machine to play like waves, or, I love a crackling fire. Like it soothes you. So, like sometimes you have to put a little bit more into your practice, and that's what I've noticed is like, and not being like when you're meditating outside and then they're like hammer hammer hammer, realizing that you're gonna be distracted. But like what's helped me in guided meditations when they're like acknowledge it and then just try to go back to it, like, so it's like I can't stop the world from being crazy, I can't stop the loud noise, I can't stop, when you're like journaling and your cat's trying to bite the pen and you're like, but to just take a moment, and it's helped me to learn how to breathe. It's still not totally natural to me. My reaction is to react. Like I'm things happen. I'm like, so the meditation has helped. And it was something that I don't know for you. Well, probably because you're in wellness, you were always into it. I did not. I was like, meditate. I don't have time for that. I have ADHD. I can't do that. And someone's like, yeah, you need it. That's what you need it.
So guess what? On that note, I'm going to respond to that to let you know, baby, me and meditation, we're not friends at all. We are not friends because I am one that I like the noise. I like to move around. I like to boom, 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 boom. I like to move. I need to do 25 things at once. As to a reason why, when I say, oh, why can't I sleep and why can't I relax my mind too? Because my mind is going a million miles per hour. But then on top of that, I had a stroke, which is traumatic brain injury. So now that's haywire. The rewires had to be fixed and they didn't get placed in the right place. So all of those things on top of me already not being a person to sit down and meditate, it's like, oh, yes, child. Tracey, we just gonna pray for you. So it's been a process. It's been a process indeed. So to answer that, no, meditation was not my life. But
Okay.
I am learning to appreciate things as literally like and before we even started, like this just gave me a new insight as to wow. Like look at what we're looking at here. And when I say that, I am talking in relation to all of us stroke survivors, as so many frustrations that we go through as, hey, I'm so mad that this happened to me. I'm so mad that I'm still stuck in the bed. I'm so mad that I can't get up and walk on my own. I'm so mad that I can't move. I'm so mad that I got to call somebody to help me go to the bathroom. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. So if your mind is constantly fluttered with this, I'm mad, 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 you have this loud negative noise that we're placing in our mind, placing in our forefront, placing on our body. So that's now tension, that's more pain that we're adding. And it's like, wait, you ladies are telling me to find a way to smile. How am I going to find a way to smile? I'm mad. I'm mad. My body isn't moving. I can't do the things I want to. Y'all can do it. So it's all of those things. So I'm looking at the thought process that we go through. And it's from conversations that we have with our community of survivors expressing their frustrations, which is all very prevalent, it's all very real, and it's all to be acknowledged because these are things that we're going to go through and things that flood our minds and things that disrupt our healing, things that disrupt our progression.
You
And we
have
don't think
to.
about it because it's loud noise that we're flooded with. And when you have that in your face, you can't make room for to look at the positive. You can't make room to look at, hey, oh, maybe I'm not able to move today because of all the loud noises and the frustration that I'm clouding myself with. And not to say that it is not prevalent to what we're going through and what you went through, but we need to find ways to kind of quiet it down a little bit in order for us to be able to get past to the next level. So even with that, I want us to kind of sit right there with ways of how we were able to get through it to get us to the next level because we were all mad or we all had the frustration of, oh my gosh, I lost my independence and now I'm dependent on somebody else and we don't know if somebody's going to want to help us. We don't know all of these things. So just to be able to sit in that and acknowledge that right here and to say that we understand your frustration and where you're going from that. I'll throw you the mic and then we can kind of go back and forth and talk about that situation right there.
Absolutely acknowledging it, and letting yourself feel that, but like you said, not staying stuck in it. So one of my favorite phrases is, I'm gonna feel it, I'm just not gonna unpack and stay there, because I learned the toxic positivity doesn't work. You're going to explode. You're going to blow up on someone who doesn't deserve it if you're just trying to act like everything's all fine. Like, because I used to do that. I would say, it's good. It's good. It's good. I'm good. I'm good. At school, when I went back to teaching, that was me. No one had any idea that I was crying in my car every time. But to acknowledge those feelings and start having tools to get yourself out of it. So it's not just like when I'm angry and someone's like, you should be grateful that you're alive. Right then is not the time for me to have gratitude. It does not work with me. Okay. I kind of feel like it's like with food. You have to find the right flavor, the right kind of things that you like. So, well, you talked about meditation. That was not in the beginning, okay? Maybe you don't like that word and I'm going to change it. It's more about being mindful, taking a moment. Maybe it's when you're my favorite thing when someone says they can't meditate, I'm like, when you go on a walk, I want you to just put your phone away. And I just want you to just enjoy the nature. That's meditating. And see what pops into your mind. And what you'll start seeing is like, well, that's a different discussion. We'll go all down the meditation thing. But it's that knowing that you can have different things that help. And sometimes it is journaling and angrily getting it all out. I've screamed into pillows. I've yelled. One of the best things for me is to play some music, dance it out. I usually cry it out and go have a shower, wash it away, and know that like I'm gonna get through it. So I have found those different tools helpful for me to get me out of those angry, sad feelings because we all feel them and you have to acknowledge them. So like and don't and I think it's also not feeling guilty. I think that was the hardest thing is, you have people around you like, but you should be grateful, and it's like, I am grateful I'm alive, I am grateful, but like I can't see out of my freaking eye right now and I keep running into everything. You keep handing me everything on my left side. My mom thought the animals freaking pooped on me because I had chocolate all over me because I dropped it, and she was like, she came in the bedroom, she's like, oh, did the dog poop on? I'm like, what? I mean, I can't see out of my eye, but I think I would smell if that happened. I'm like, it's chocolate. It has to be chocolate. So, like, I know you see me sitting here now like with those things. So it's easy to dismiss that like the work you have to do to get there. And that's why I share where I was, because I was having a lot more of the angry, sad feelings. It was not as much of the good times. And I stayed stuck in that anger a lot longer than I want any of you to. And that's why I share this, because I don't want you to like and that's how I look at it now, is like I'm like, oh, I'm so angry. And I'm like, and then I'm like, but I'm not gonna let this rob me of my joy and my day, because I can be angry about it. And then like I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move through it, do something. And sorry, I know I just went on a
Oh,
tangent.
no, no, no. But that's what I wanted you to do. So I'm going to take something that you said. It's not about meditation and just being completely quiet. It's finding the things that help you to get you out of that sunken place. So I can say, and I'll say, meditation was not my friend in a sense. And I'm glad you brought that up, because then I can dive in deeper. It was not my friend in a sense, because I thought meditation was, let me sit down, close my eyes. I got to, it is for some people, but me, my meditation was, hey, I'm gonna go sit in my car and I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna go sit in my car. And a lot of my times, like I can't tell you what a radio station is because I never listen to the radio station. If I'm playing something in my car, it's usually a YouTube with a pastor or something. It's just a word, just something, my motivation. So my meditation is that. But then also my meditation, in a sense I didn't call it, was for me to go to work out, to zone out, and I'll go to the gym and I work out. And I'll tell one of my secrets that if you see me in the gym, I still have music in my ear. I can't hear you, but I go to the gym full on headphones. So, baby, I don't have nothing playing because I just need to zone out. I can hear everything y'all saying, but don't walk up to me and talk to me in the gym, because I'm not coming here to talk to y'all, because that is my meditation. So that is my place to get me out of that place. That's my place to get me out of that sunken place, to get me out of that. Oh, I'm stuck in this drought of my mind trying to say, hey, I wish I was there. I hate where I am now. I wish I could do this. I could have been stuck saying, oh, I'm a bodybuilder. I'm only lifting 5 pounds. I'm a bodybuilder today. My legs don't work. I could have been stuck there, or I could go to the gym and say, hey, these 5 pounds, we just gonna hit it 100 times a day because that's all I can do. So that process, I was able to take myself out of here to get myself there. So it's about taking yourself from one place to be able to move it to another place, and then just be able to accept that. So again, it's not for meditation to just say everybody has to sit here and do this. No, we're going to find what your meditation is, what's going to give you that peace to say, hey, get out of that thought of where you are now, so we can get you to the next level, so we can help you to continue to progress. We can help you to continue to find the love of that life that you once had. So that's what it is. So you hit it on the nose when you said that, finding that place and finding those things to help you get through. That's what you want.
Totally. I mean, some people it's painting. I mean, it's just something that you can do that you're not just totally stuck in your brain. And the thing is, I know everybody, it's like, that's so hard to do when you have, you know, all that stuff going on. And so it helped me when someone shared, they go, you do you find yourself planning all the stuff you need to do, or are you ruminating, like you're going to past stuff? Like when your brain starts to go, and I found, I don't know about you, I somehow I'm like, this is all the things I need to do. I start thinking about all the stuff that's supposed to get done instead of just being present in the moment. And so what's helped me is be like, I can think about that later, or doing a brain dump and writing that stuff down. But like I think we touch on the point that it's not always it might not be the first time you hear something. So if you hear a tool that somebody is using and they say, "Oh, I really like stretching in the morning," you're like, like I'm just giving you this advice because I wish I would have taken it sooner." It's like I'm going to put that in my pocketbook. I might not use it right now. It might not be a skill I want to implement right now, but maybe at another time I will like it.
Absolutely, but that's why it's great about the community, because you're going to use something that somebody else has and said, I may try that a little later. That may not work for me right now, because, and it could be because of the place you were in, your thought process. I can't go there right now. I can't go there right now because it's just not, it's not at this moment. Not, and it's okay to not at this moment. It's okay to not be able to do that at this moment. It's just something that she put in the back of her mind and say, hey, I will get there. And I appreciate you sharing that. I appreciate you being able to talk about your experience and your knowledge that you went through that helped you get through. It's just not right now for me. And it's okay to say not right now. It's okay for me to say, hey, I can't smile today. And we've had times that we talk about, hey girl, live ain't happening today. I just don't have it in me. It's just not there. But that's the beauty of it. We still have that resource that we can go back to. That's the beauty of it. Hey, it's okay to be not okay. It's okay to not be able to express. It's okay to have those feelings. It's okay to share those expressions in those moments, but
And
don't
don't think you're
sit
like
there.
going backwards or thing. And I think
Yes.
what a lot of us I find it's like I'm used to being the super positive one and now I can't be or I'm like and just knowing that like it's okay not you can't be 100% all the time every day. Like I think people think once you get healed or you get to a certain spot you stay like that and you don't. Like life is fluctuating, your moods are fluctuating, like your body, all these different things. So it's helped to know to give myself more grace. And I know we all say it, but like how many of you guys you say it to someone else and then you're like, but for me, it was like I still felt guilty. There was this guilt of like, I feel bad that I have to do that, or I feel bad that I have to ask for accommodations, or feel bad that I left. And now I'm really trying to work on flipping it always. When someone else does that, I never think that of them. So why am I so harsh with myself? And as survivors, I feel I've heard it so many times. We're so hard on ourselves. So it's like,
Absolutely.
just be a little bit kinder and know that it's okay if you're having a rough day. Like, we can't all be happy all the time. And you're going to have some days where you're tired and when you're crabby. And the best thing a lot of those times is just go to bed. Take a snack, go to bed, and I promise you tomorrow will be better. Like,
but that's the other part of it. So you see how you said that you're gonna have those days. It's like woosah. Take a snack, go to bed. Today ain't my day, so I am gonna have that snack. I'm gonna have something in it because that snack is gonna give you that joy. That snack is going to give you that peace of mind that you need at that moment to get you through to the next level. So it's okay, guys, to have those days that today just ain't my day. It's okay to have those moments that, hey, I just don't feel like smiling. I can't find it in me. It's all of these things that we're gonna go through. But do not feel bad for that. As long as you're not sitting in that, and I'm gonna keep talking about sitting in that because we are trying to teach you ways to progress because we don't want you to go through all of the trials and tribulations that we went through of sitting in our dark days, sitting in our depression over and over. Because now that we look on the outside and say, oh, if we would have spoke about it a little more or even reached out to my community, I could have called Tawnie, said, Tawnie, and what would I do now, Tawnie girl? Today ain't the day. And we express we express that. And I'm thankful to be able to have that outlet to express it and to say, hey, today ain't the day. And it may take a simple call or just to get on FaceTime and I'll see one of the animals in the back, like, and I start smiling like, wait, what was I in the funk about? What was I calling you about? What did I say that I didn't have it in me to do what? To smile. But I made a phone call and I called you and I'm laughing at one of the animals. I'm like, or we just was able to find grace in the fact that, hey, you were there for me, or the fact to say, hey, it's okay. Give yourself grace. I understand that you feel this way, and it's not bad to feel that way. So it's guys, we're really just talking about just that appreciation to be able to do this. Appreciation to be able to reach out to people, appreciation to be able to find something as a painting, find something as a picture of a fireplace, the crackling sound, any of those things to say, hey, today ain't the day, but that right there, I didn't even think about it. I'm going to change the scenery and let's see what's going to happen. Instead of me sitting in this, let me change the scenery and see how my body feels. Let me change the scenery because, yes, I may only be 4 months post stroke. I'm alive. And I want to look at the fact of, hey, when I get a year, I'll be able to go back and say, oh, when I was 4 months, y'all, it was just not the time for me. It was just not. And it's easier said than done. And that's why I'm not even gonna take a breath before I finish that because somebody may read this and be watching this and say, oh, you can say that now because you're 6 years post. So in that same breath, guys, it was not easy. So that's why we're sharing. That's why we're trying to give you all these tools and nuggets to not be stuck there for as long as we were, because it is a lifelong process as being a survivor. a lifelong. Every single day, you're gonna have progression, but this journey isn't gonna stop because okay, it's 6 years from now. Oh, I can do a lot more than I could do a year ago. But no, I'm still learning things. I'm still going through the emotional roller coaster. I'm still going having my ups and downs. It's listen, this is life, y'all. Even if you are not a survivor, this is life, y'all.
Beautifully put. I don't even know what I can add to that. I was like, yeah, it's just life. And it is. And I feel you. And we share just to hopefully shine some light in those dark times because when I was in all that pain and I know seeing people, I was like, oh, gratitude and meditate, because I was in that. And but you can get through it. So that's why we share. And like, I just wish I could go back to that person and go, share more with the people around you because they want to help you. Like they will be there. So you don't need to isolate and be alone in this. Like you can be angry and vent it out with us. That's okay.
Yeah,
Like
it's okay.
and and I'm gonna tell you most of the time they did a study. If you can just get on with a friend for an 8 to 12 minute call, it can help. They might not solve your problems in that amount of time, but in 8 to 12 minutes, when everybody got off those phone calls, they felt better. And I know every one of you has had a time where you're just like, ugh, and you talk to someone and you're like, wow, I feel better that I just got to get that out. So I'm grateful that we have this community where we can share that. And it is not I lucked out in the fact that I was working in a school that was very open, so I had to tell everybody. So I have been open about my injuries from the beginning, and I realize not everybody can be that way. So that's why I know me and Tracy are like, if we can be the loud, vocal ones publicly to help, so please keep asking questions, keep sharing things because you are not alone. There's a whole community. It's just not all of us are as public or loud.
Allowed as us. But that's why I say, listen, God gave us this loud voice for a reason. That's why we are so loud and vocal, as Tawnie said. But at the same time,
I wasn't loud because I sat back
yeah,
and that's how I got misdiagnosed. That's how all the things, because I go, okay, I don't, oh, okay, I'll just wait. And I still am that person. But because of this community and because of what I've been through, I'm like, I cannot let this happen to me or to anybody else. So I seriously will use that. And I'm like, okay, no, you need to speak up. So I say it to help.
yeah, because speaking up gets you answers. When you're close, oh, what's the saying?
Closed
Closed
mouth
mouth
doesn't get fed.
doesn't get fed. Listen, and your misdiagnosis, if you wouldn't not continue to fight for it, or even when I woke up and I was literally on 13 different meds, I would still be on that. And I'm like, rub my lips. Yeah, I had a stroke, but I don't have any health issues, and I shouldn't be taking anything but the minimal acid baby aspirin. So yes, literally went from it was probably 13 or 14 different meds to baby aspirin, and I had to fight with me not even being able to speak after waking up from a stroke, but me pointing and to my family like, let me and me with the background. I'm looking at the man. It's like,
You
wait,
know,
y'all just like, what is this? Like, and I was remember reading something like Lipitor. So I said, I used to see commercials for this all the time. Like everything they were giving me, I'm like, I still can't even speak. And I'm like, bruh, and because I'm not, and they're handing them to me to take a baby, I'm doing this. Until y'all respond to me not being able to speak, I'm gonna just keep dropping them on the floor. Until I'm not taking these. Somebody needs to come and run some more charts to see that we need to figure out why I had this. And yes, I had it, but I'm not taking other meds that's gonna cause other issues. So that was my thing, y'all. And we're not gonna go on that because that'll make it too long. But yeah, just to have that voice to speak up for yourself. It's listen, it's a blessing. So if you don't have that voice, Tawnie and Tracey, we will gladly speak up for y'all. But right now, we're asking you to just it's really, I think this our talk today will be more of change the scene. Change the scene. We're changing the scene, which will help us to change our mental state at that moment. It may not get us to where we want to be, but for that very moment, if we could find a way to change the scene, again, with a picture, a paint, a smile, an animal, a conversation, change the scene because we do not want you to be stuck where you are. Change the scene is mentally, physically, and emotionally, guys. I want you to change the scene for better days, for better progression, and for a better life. That's what I want. I want you to focus on changing our scene, guys. Honey.
I love it. I was gonna throw some science on top of that if you're just like, it's training your brain, your reticular activating system. So it's the same reason why when you say, I want this new car, you start seeing everybody with that car. It's why if I tell you right now to look around your room and I want you to tell me everything that's blue, look around your room right now. Okay, now close your eyes and tell me everything that's red. You're like, what the? I can't remember anything red. You told me
I ain't
the
seen
blue.
nothing red.
Exactly. So if you are sitting there just thinking and focusing on all the negativity, all the bad things, you are training your brain to keep seeing all of those things. But if you start focusing and start going, oh, wow, it actually is blue outside. Oh, look at Tracy's smile. She's smiling out there. You can start training your brain to start seeing the good and start seeing more of it.
Girl, I gotta listen. I know we're about to get off, but I gotta say this. So my pastor just said Sunday. It's something called the he called the sermon the blessing algorithm. He called so Pastor Keon Henderson called it the blessing algorithm. And when I tell you, baby, he was basically talking about we our algorithm is based off of the things that we're doing, the things we're constantly feeding ourselves. So he used it as an example, as they say, somebody may say, oh my gosh, social media is just filled with so much hatred. I'm tired of saying. He said, well, guess what? Those are the things that you're stopping on. You're slowing down. You're tapping the video. You're liking all of these things. Change your algorithm. Change what you're putting into your mind. Change that. My algorithm is positive messages, hair, so my algorithm doesn't have those things. It's really and it was one that he said have to find this one. The one of the greatest deceptions of the enemy is to believe that our reactions in life to negativity are automatic and not decision making, which is algorithm. So, baby, what Tawnie just said, and I'm gonna repeat it. One of our greatest deceptions of life is to believe that our reactions to negativity are automatic and not a decision based on the algorithm. So, as she just said, do not sit in it. If you keep feeding yourself with that negative energy, that's where you're gonna be at. So let's change the scene, change the algorithm. My oh, don't talk about this. This is why we be here. This is why we be here.
The
I
synergy, I
love
love
it.
it. The alignment. Thank you. That was
Yes, yes.
cool. Love you guys. Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.